Okay, now I have started the recording again for attendance purpose. You type something on the chat. Okay, now, so we understood two types of machine learning. One is supervised and one is unsupervised. Okay, now there's a third type. Yes, any question?
So, yeah, Rishiji,
Huh.
I'm not very much clear about this labeled data and unlabeled data, because
Okay,
in both the types, actually, we are providing the data to the algorithm, right? Based on that, it's making some prediction. So,
okay,
what we are exactly referring here, labeled data and unlabeled data?
okay, okay. See what happened. I will go to the previous example. So here, by label means that I am giving the input as well as the output. Okay, based on input and output, machine is learning. So that is called as labeled data. You have labeled it. This is input. This is output. Okay. In case of news article, you are just feeding the data. I will say you are just input. You are giving the input. You don't know the output actually. You want to, in case of news article, you want to get what to say, cluster the articles. Okay, but you are not telling the machine that this is your output, so you build a model based on that. You are just telling machine these are the article, now you classify them. So what happens, machine try to go, and some mechanism is there definitely. Okay, so based on that, machine comes on a cluster of articles that okay, these 10 articles look same to me, these 10 another articles look same to me, and these 20 articles look same to me. So I have formed three clusters. So that is the meaning of unlabeled data. You are not telling the machine that what is the output here.
So, Rishiji, it means in the supervised machine learning,
Hmm.
output is always accurate. Is it?
Output accurate in the sense, what do you mean by that?
Accurate means there is no probability associated with that. Whatever the output is, yes, that's the output we can have. There is no prediction.
No. Here the difference is what happened. See, the example which I took in this supervised machine learning is very much clear. Okay, but what happened, you suppose instead of 2 this output, I will say remove this, and this is 5. Okay, and 5 10, suppose this is 12. Now you tell me what will be the input output here, everyone. Now I have removed 2 readings. Okay, now you tell me what will be the output.
16.
Huh?
Output will be 14.
14.
No, 1 4 14.
Okay. Anyone else?
Can be
14
11.
plus 3. It's a 14 plus 3. It's a 17.
Yes. 17, yes, correct.
Okay.
17.
Okay. Any other output which you think? Okay. Now, why it is happening? Because you are facing difficulty. The output is not sure shot. Means if you go through this first row, the mathematical model, what is coming is 2x plus 1. If you go to the second one, it is coming as 2x. If you go to the third one, it is coming at 2x plus 2. Then fourth one, it is coming as 2x. So if you try each one separately, it may be 14, it may be 15, and it may be 16. So something like that. So what happened? Prediction can never be, I will say, 100% if your data is like that. Okay, you are just saying that, okay, this can be 14, 15, or 16. Okay, so that's why what happened, you prediction probability comes into picture. Okay, here I will not say probability. When we go to the supervised machine learning, then there is a further category there. Okay, then we'll understand that whatever result we are giving, how much error is there. So we try to minimize the error. Okay, so there some kind of probability comes. We'll see that later. But this point is clear, should be clear, that whatever prediction you do, that is never 100% accurate. That will vary in real time. Okay.
So, Rishi, how about 20 here? I mean, 7 into 2
Hmm.
minus previous output. So, which is satisfying all the criteria here?
Sorry, what?
I mean, the question mark, right?
Hmm.
If I make it 20, like 7 into 2 minus previous row output. So, which is 5 into 2 plus previous row output, right? 12.
Yeah, I mean, based on your finding, you can say anything here. I mean, there can be multiple answer to it. That is why machine learning comes into picture, right? That the whatever machine is predicting, that is not a 100% sure shot correct answer. It is prediction. Prediction can go wrong as well. The only thing matter, your prediction should be more closer to your actual output most of the time. So that is our goal. You cannot do 100% anywhere. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So if this is clear, Vivekji? Unlabeled data and labeled data.
Ji Rishi ji.
Okay. Now there's a third category which is called as reinforced learning. RML interact with the environment by producing actions and then analyze errors or rewards. So just with this example, we'll try to understand. Okay, there's an environment. You can take as your environment, your home. Okay, here cat is an agent. Okay, and what happened? Cat do certain actions in that environment, closed environment. Okay, now suppose cat do some action like she get up and go and break some glass. Okay, so this action cat did. Now what happened? You see this, and you, based on the action of cat, you reward or punish the agent. The agent is cat here. So the moment cat broke anything, you will try to shoo, or you will try to beat little bit, so that you are trying to say indirectly that don't do this. Okay, so based on that, cat will learn that whatever I have done it is not a correct thing. Okay, now you can take another example, like cat is feeling hungry. Okay, cat did some actions which you understood and you gave food for it. Then cat will understand, okay, next time whenever I will be hungry, I have to do like this, so that my this human will understand that I am hungry and he will give me food. Okay, so this is called as reinforcement learning. You can take another simple example, our baby, right? So what happens? We try to teach our baby. So if baby do certain action, any action it do, okay, and we are happy with that, we try to reward the baby. Like when baby say papa, okay, and it pronounced correctly, so we try to reward the baby, right? We kiss, we hug, and we show our smile. We are very much happy. So baby understood, okay, I did very good thing. So next time also, baby will try to do the same thing, maybe with more enthusiasm. Okay. Take another example. Suppose in while playing, baby breaks some glass. Okay, you try to punish the baby in different way. You can say no, 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 you should not do this. Okay, you try to be bit angry on the baby. Some people will little bit what to say. I will not use the word scold. They will try to say okay, डांटना जैसे, right? So baby will understand. Okay, I did this bad thing, so I should not do that. So this is called as reinforcement learning. You are what to say, training the agent what to do, what not to do. In other way, you are just rewarding and punishing the action of the agent so that he will follow the path which is more rewarding. Is it clear?
Rishiji, is it like runtime feeding the data?
Yes, it
In-
is runtime. It is runtime. The example of this is chess game. So over a period of time, the computer learned each and every move. It keeps on, the more it play the chess, the more it will understand that what is the correct move, what is the wrong move. Sometimes it is immediate, what to say, runtime in the sense for each move, it will get the feedback quickly. And sometimes it is after certain number of feedback, certain number of steps, it get the feedback for the previous one. So there's a difference within that also. But yes, it is a real time. Any question on this?
Uh, mm, how can we reward a machine? I mean, when you say rewarding, yeah, in
Correct.
case of yeah.
Yes, yes. So there are different ways to do that. Different ways. The one way which I read that when in the chess, right, when you make a move, there's some feedback mechanism is there. Okay, this is correct. Like, or you can say another example like you have to go from one path to another path. You have to find the shortest path. So you make a move. By rewarding, you can assign some number like positive number like +2, suppose. Okay, and by punishing you can assign some negative number, so that way you can reward or punish, and then machine will see, okay, the more positive it is, that is a more rewarding one. So that way you can develop the model.
So Rishiji, any real-time examples that we can correlate this reinforcement learning with?
Chess game.
Chat game.
Chess.
Okay, chess game. Okay.
Yes. So what happened, if you might have heard, right, the computer which is playing the chess, they have been fed previously all many games, right? Based on that, it do the learning, right? So computer know, once you give the all the scenario and it learns everything, it knows that, okay, I made that move and that was not correct. From that move, I lost one pawn or I lost that wazir. So that was not good. So that way it assigned penalty and reward. What was the good move in that situation? So that way it build a model on top of it. So it depends totally on the algorithm, how algorithm is designed effectively. But yeah, that is a way to assign reward or punish. Is it clear?
Ji Rishiji.
Okay. So now we'll see one supervised learning. Okay. Training data. Data is input. Training data includes both inputs and targets. So as I said, right, there are some terms which we need to remember or understand. So target or output is also called as labels. Okay. And input is also called as features. Okay. So this is output. So these are some of the terminology in machine learning. So this is what happens. You fed the data. Okay. This was your input. Okay. And you got the logic. And same logic you applied here, and then you got the prediction. That is 14. Now here it is short, so you got 100% accurate. But in real time, it will not be possible. It will be different from your real value. Now there are two types of supervised learning. So first of all, we saw machine learning. Okay, there was a category called supervised. Then we got unsupervised, and third one we got as reinforced. Okay. Now within supervised, one is classification and one is regression. Okay. Now regression. This is type of a problem where we need to predict the continuous response. Okay. So for example, house price, value of stock. So when you have to predict, suppose in our puzzle example, the number, okay, then that number can be anything like minus infinity to plus infinity in simple terms, right? Definitely your house price cannot be negative, but in simple terms it has continuous. You are not having bucket, specific bucket. Okay, the number can be anything from minus infinity to plus infinity. That is called as a regression problem. Classification, when when your output or your prediction is categorical, right? Suppose you are predicting that tomorrow share prices will go up or down. So here the prediction is between two values, like yes or no. You are having two bucket, either your prediction will fall into first bucket or the second bucket. So that is called as categorical value. So that is called as classification. Is any question on this between these two, regression or classification? So this is clear to everyone, right? Okay. Regression. A regression problem is when the output variable is a real or continuous value, right? Simplest model is linear regression. It tries to fit best fit line which goes through the points. So this is the what happened in regression problem. Okay, I will try to bit explain here. So suppose we need to predict the price of a house. Okay, and we have been given data like if it is 1000 square feet, the price is suppose 20 lakh. If it is 1100 square feet, the price is 22 lakh, something like that is given. So size, suppose this is the size, right? So here you see this price comes for this one. Like this, there are many points. You can see there are tens of hundreds of data point. Okay. Now, when you develop a mathematical, what to say, formula, as I say in the previous puzzle, it is almost the same thing. The only difference here is this is your x, this is your y. Now, based on this, you need to develop a logic. And what we did there, we developed a, not, this is not for this, okay? You don't get confused here. So what I will do, previously we did y equal to 2x. We developed a formula and this is nothing but a straight line. Okay, this is a straight line formula. So here also we try to develop a logic and based on that logic, this straight line comes. Okay. Now, I also said previously that your prediction cannot be 100% true. So even with the given data, it cannot match each and every dot. Can you match with a straight line? Please, what to say? Understand this. I am saying, please try to draw a straight line which can pass through each and every point. Is it possible?
No, it's not possible.
No.
Right? So what will you do? You will try to pass a line which minimize the error, right? In most of the cases, your prediction will be very much close. So you will try to find a best fit line. If I say, okay, this one line and another one line is this and another one line is this. So out of these three lines, which one will you choose? it's very much obvious that you will choose this line, right? Because visually you can say that, okay, other two lines are that are totally false, right? But if I draw a line here, okay, and then I draw a line here as well, okay, very close line if I draw like this, then how can you differentiate that which one is the best fit line? Okay, so that is the problem. And for that, we will see later on how to do that, how to calculate the error and how to minimize it. Okay, but in regression problem, that's what happened. We have been given this data point. Okay, we are having here only one feature. Okay, feature is size and price is our target. Okay, and we developed a try to solve this problem with a linear regression. We are trying to find a linear line. Okay, definitely there are many other things in which you can go to multiple polynomial, you can say. Okay, you try to develop different model like this mathematical. This is also will come equation of a quadratic or polynomial equation, something like x1 square plus x2, no, here only one is there, so x1 cube with some uh, coefficient. Will not go into that, it will be a bit difficult to understand. Okay, so this is how we try to arrive on a mathematical formula. Any question on this? Okay. So classification. When we try to predict output as a category, like a red or blue, disease or no disease, or suppose some patient data is given, like for diabetic patient, right, in a hospital, that these are the features like blood pressure, okay, RBC count, or some any other feature for a patient, and then it is said that, okay, label data, like this is a label data. You will say, okay, with these feature, patient is diabetic. With other feature, like if blood pressure is 110 for that patient, and other feature, the patient is not diabetic. So like that, if you give the data and then try to predict whether with given feature the patient is diabetic or not diabetic, then comes into the classification. This is how classification. So many points have been given. You consider this as a diabetic, okay, and this is non-diabetic. Now, machine arrived on a formula and it categorized it. Okay, whatever is right of this line is not diabetic, and whatever is left of this line is non-diabetic. There's very much possibility that it can predict something wrongly, because prediction can never be 100% right. Okay, so that is why I showed you here one green dot as well. Okay, this is clear. Classification, you have classified, okay, that right side is non-diabetic, right side is left side is diabetic. Okay, so you can see with the help of graph what is the difference between a regression problem and a classification problem. In regression, we try to draw a line which represent each and every point very closely. Okay, okay, we'll see one question. Which of the following is a regression task? Okay, now I will go one by one. Okay, you tell me. Predicting the age of a person. What is this? This is a regression or classification?
Classification.
It's a classification.
Classification. Why?
So age has a certain boundary. So suppose 30 or something. So how we are predicting classification method, that we have a threshold or some benchmark. Up we are considering in another group, and down we are considering in another group. So age should be in classification.
Okay. Okay, I will explain. This is a regression. Now, I said you the when in regression, if the value is coming from minus infinity to plus infinity, definitely technically age cannot be negative, right? But from 0 to plus infinity, it can fall anywhere, right? You cannot say that age will be, if I say that whether the age of a person predict if the age of a person is 30 or 35, here I am making a category of two value, or I say 40, I made a category, three category, then it may be a classification problem. But here the range is open. We don't know it is 1, 2, 2.5, 2.8 or anything. That's why it is a regression problem. This is
I think Rishiji, the first, yeah, sorry. I think the first two are regression and second two are classification.
predicting whether stock price of a company will increase tomorrow. So what here we are doing? We are just predicting whether what is our output, whether it will increase, yes or no. Now we know we are having only two choice here. There's no third choice. That is why the second one is your classification problem. Now third, what is it? It's a
Yeah, output is classified between yes or no.
yes, correct. So this is a which kind of problem?
Classification.
Classification.
Correct.
Classification.
Anyone thinks that third is a regression problem?
No, that is also classification, I think.
Anyone think third is a regression problem? Don't fear. Who knows it is a regression problem also? Okay, so this is a classification problem. Predicting the gender of a person by his or her writing style. What is it?
The classification.
Correct. This is a classification because we know the category, whether it can be male or it can be a female. We know the category, right? So that is why it is a classification problem.
Rishiji, the first one, I can go back to the previous one.
Yes.
The second question, could you please explain again why it is classification, not
Oh.
regression?
Yeah, okay. Predicting whether stock price of a company will increase tomorrow. So what you are doing, you are trying to predict whether suppose Fortis, one company is there, whether the price of Fortis will increase. Okay, so you are trying to see whether the stock price will increase or decrease. So the answer will be like yes or no, increase or decrease. That is why it is a classification problem. You are having a specific bucket. Understand in terms of bucket. Either your answer will fall into this bucket or your answer will fall into second bucket. So only two choices you are having. Okay. Also, it's not that in classification always you have two choices. It can be three, it can be four as well, but it is limited, it is classified. That's why it is a classification problem. Okay.
And if the second question has the prediction of stock price, then I believe it should be
Regression.
regression.
Correct. If the question is predict what will be the share price of a company Fortis tomorrow. So now tomorrow for Fortis, you are predicting the price of the stock. It can be anything from minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, so that's why now don't take a negative term in literal meaning. That is a way to say. So 0 to infinity. So you are having whole range of values. So that is why it will become, that other question will become a regression. Okay.
Yeah.
Rishiji, I have a question.
Yes.
So predicting age of a person, okay.
Mhm.
So when you say the bucket is in terms of bucket, right? So
Mhm.
the maximum I can have 130 or 150 bucket. So in that case, not a regression, right? It's a classification because at max I can have 150 buckets.
No, see, there in age, I am not saying you are having choice between one, two, three, four, something like that. Okay, see, first of all, this is a label data, right? So when you see the label data, in that term also share price will be having bucket. You will say that, okay, 25 is also a bucket, 25.1 is also a bucket, 25.2 is also a bucket. So that is not called as category. This is called as range. Age is a range. Can you say that someone cannot live for 150 years or 200 years, something like that? It is a range. Anything can be possible. That is why it is not a categorical. You are not putting the age into any category. Is it okay?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Okay.
And in the first question, if the question is like, okay, if we classified the ages in different bucket, 1 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 70, then maybe it will become the
Correct.
classified kind of
Correct.
issue.
Very much. Then it will become a classification problem. Like below 50, between 50 to 100, above 100, or between 100 to 120. Now you are defining the bucket. It is not a continuous value. Okay. Okay. So now you need to find out which of the following are classification problem. So first one is predicting the stock of a company. What kind of problem is this?
Regression.
Regression.
Correct. This is a regression problem. Predicting house price based on area.
Classification.
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 Area you are doing, right? Based on area.
No, based on area. Yeah.
We already defined the bucket, right?
No, area is feature, right? Based on area. Right? You have been given data for 1000 square feet, it is 20 lakh, right? For 1200 square feet, it is 22. What will be the price of 1400 square feet flat?
Will be regression, I think, right?
Yes, regression. Area is just a feature. What you are predicting house price only. You are not predicting anything else. It may be based on whatever, but the house price is a continuous value. You don't know the buckets. It is not a category. Correct? This is clear to everyone?
Yeah. I thought it's area means locality. I thought not area. The square feet.
Yeah. Sometimes people also think, okay, classification. So at least first or second one is already regression. So first one is already regression. So second one should be classification, right? No one applied that logic, right? Some probability.
No.
Okay, I was just joking. Now, third question. Predicting whether monsoon will be normal next year. What kind of problem is this?
Classification.
Classification.
Yeah, so the category is whether it will be normal or not normal. Normal or not normal, right? So we are having two categories. Predict the number of copies a music album will be sold next year.
It's
Classification.
regression.
What classification?
Regression, ji.
Regression. Any other question answer? Who thinks this is a classification problem? Number of copies.
Yeah, I think because we can categorize sold and unsold, right?
No. I am not saying whether you categorize that tomorrow music album will be sold or not sold. I am saying predict the number of copies. Number of copies.
I think it will be regression.
Right.
Regression.
Right. Because number of copies can be anything. It can be 2, 3, 4, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 1000, 2000, it can be anything. It's a continuous value. It can be anything. So just try to understand in terms of whether the value can be anything or it is just a bucket. Don't think that, okay, when I am predicting the age, it will fall in, I will make hundreds of bucket like that. So don't think in that term. Age can be anything, right? 1.1, 2.2, anything. So it's a continuous value. Okay. Any other question?
So Rishiji, we can say like classification is like to those statement we can call as classification which are having like either true or false kind of value. Like either like here you have mentioned like normal or non-normal, true
Correct.
or false,
Bucket.
yes or no.
Yes. Category. Category. Yes, no. Okay. Right or wrong. 0 or 1. That kind of category when you are having, that is a classification.
Decision. We can also call the decision, right? He feels as a decision.
Yeah, in simple terms, you can say that. When you have to make a decision between values, that which one to choose.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question on this? Today, this is our end of slide. If you have any other question, we can answer. Okay, so what you do now, we discussed today classification, supervised, unsupervised, reinforced. Within supervised, we discuss classification and regression. Now, next class, next week, we'll go into the mathematics. We'll go deep into that mathematical thing. I request every one of you to, from your side, just try to understand and read about classification and regression more. Okay, develop more understanding, maybe some mathematics behind it, so that next class you will understand a little bit more, whatever I will tell you. Okay. And now I can say, okay, 23 people joined today. So now this is your first class. Try not to miss any class further on. Okay, just for 2-3 months you have to be very much on time and punctual for this. After that it will pay definitely. Okay.
Okay, ji. Dhanyawad.
So